Hey, girl.
Hey, girl.
Welcome back.
Welcome back to you.
Thank you.
In your velour-ass pants.
Yeah.
How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling funky. I'm feeling fresh. I'm feeling disco. Okay, no. Disco, okay, yes. But first, kiss all the time. Disco occasionally. In my velour pants.
Kisco.
Yeah, I just taught you that. Don't sit here and pretend like you know that that's what the kids are calling it.
I actually came up with it.
Oh, you started that?
I started Kisco.
Wow. That's crazy because when I told you a couple minutes ago, you were like, what's Kisco?
Kisco is what the kids are calling the new Harry Styles album, if you didn't know.
I love when you direct quote me on things, like verbatim, and act as though you said them.
And that just came out of my own brain.
So I'm feeling great in my velour sweatpants, no matter how much you want me to get rid of them.
I love them for you.
No, you don't. You told me to get rid of them earlier. Along with my funky velour sweatpant mood, we're doing something different today. We're trying something new. We're breaking down some barriers. You know how it goes. Barista banter. Now, my personal backstory for why we're doing this is that I don't want to be a podcast that is like a TED Talk every time. I think that it's going to be fun.
Right, because we are producing TED Talk worthy content. Right.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's not a lecture,
sure.
Okay? It's not a lecture every time.
No.
Sometimes
it's
just going to be
chat.
banter. It's just going to be useless chit chat.
We're just riffing.
Because those are the podcasts that I like to listen to. So today, I'm going to drive this and lead us through what will hopefully be our first Barista Banter.
Yeah.
Now, before we get into that, though, obviously, what are you drinking over there?
Well, I'm drinking a sparkling apple juice today.
Okay, toddler.
Because I am a very distinguished adult. Elegant. Sparkling. It's really good. It's the Lovely Bunch apple juice.
You do love that.
I love this shit. It's so good.
It's just like the cans are so cute.
They are, and they're actually the perfect size.
Yeah.
Anyways, what are you drinking?
I'm drinking a cherry limeade poppy.
Oh. Interesting pull.
Yeah. I used to be obsessed with this flavor.
Really?
Yeah. And I still like it. Here's some poppy ASMR. Clink. But it kind of tastes different than I remember. But it's still good.
Maybe they've changed a few things.
I also just don't really think that poppy is like a winter beverage. I think it's a summer beverage.
I agree.
That's what we're drinking. Check. Next order of business, roasts.
So, do you want to kick us off? I feel like you have a certain readiness to you right now.
I do.
Okay.
I decided to go back into the archives for mine instead of looking for something new because this is now episode, 5? Which means you've had 5 weeks to learn something, and you have not. So, Vic, my roast is like medium.
Okay.
Medium roast.
Hit me.
Vic bought 2 cameras for this podcast, 2 out of the 3. They're like locked in Japanese. So the cameras
do that.
only speak Japanese. And
Well, they don't speak to you, Kate.
okay,
They're cameras.
They only exist in Japanese. All of the settings, everything, Japanese. And you can't switch them. I know, but you like can't switch them back to English. And Vic's solution was that she would use the one camera that was in English to like help her figure out the other ones. And yes, on paper that works, but in practice, like when both Japanese cameras are prompting different error messages and the English camera is just like straight chilling,
it doesn't work.
we're a little fucked.
Yeah.
So that's my roast for you. And
in my defense, I didn't know that 2 out of 3 would be in Japanese.
That's true.
I actually thought it would only be 1.
I do remember you saying
and that felt more manageable.
Yeah.
Now I'm just like being faced with the fact that I may have to learn Japanese for the podcast to survive.
I think we could just start with like yes, no, forward, back, enter, menu.
Yes, delete.
Maybe we should just print out a little guide
Yes.
That's actually not a bad idea at all.
No, we'll do that. Also, I just need everybody to know that we're a 2-production team here.
Yeah.
We are 2 women behind the camera, behind the mic, behind the lens. Like, we're running this shit ourselves, okay?
We're J-Lo in her movie musical, fantastical production, one-woman show.
Self-produced.
Self-titled, self-produced. When Ben Affleck says... Also, if no one knows what we're talking about, there is a movie that came out last year that J-Lo made that she felt inclined to make. It's called The Greatest Love Story Never Told. Mm-hmm. And then on top of making said movie, she made a documentary about the making of the movie. And it was called something like, I don't know, like...
It
was like The Greatest Love Story Never Told, the making of, behind the scenes, extra footage, director's cut, backstage all access pass. It was something freaking stupid. Anyways, we watched this movie. I don't know why, but we did.
We were curious.
Yeah. Curiosity killed the cat. And sorry, Olive. Touchy subject. Olive is her cat, by the way. I think we've already introduced her.
Yeah.
I'm kind of surprised she's not talking right now.
Don't manifest that into the space.
She was so vocal earlier.
She was so chatty.
Anyways, so J-Lo made her movie, and in the documentary, Ben Affleck is like, Jennifer, why are you so stressed? Like, what's going on, baby? And she's sitting there and she's like, of course I'm stressed. I'm writing, producing, directing, funding, choreographing, editing, like, blah, blah, blah. This movie, like, this is everything to me. And then...
Which is actually insane because, J-Lo, you have enough money to hire people,
but it's like her project.
Yeah.
She cares so deeply about it. And that's kind of what we do in our day-to-day lives.
Not by choice, though.
Not by choice. We don't have, like, the funds to hire anybody. And, like, also, we like to think that we can do anything because we can.
Right.
Because we can.
We can do anything ourselves, and we can also do it in Japanese.
Yeah, we can try.
We can try.
We can try, and we will learn.
We will.
Once we print out our little cheat sheet, and every time an error message comes up, we have to go over with the cheat sheet and be like, okay, so that means that I press enter, or I press return, or down, or whatever it is. I think that we actually have a plan.
We have a plan.
I'm glad we had this talk.
This was productive.
I think my roast actually turned into...
enlightenment.
Inspired action.
So basically, by the time I go to Tokyo in May, I will be fluent in enter, delete, back,
yes,
menu.
No,
yes.
Functions well at a restaurant. You're going to be able... Reformat. You'll be able to say SD card. You'll be able to say Zoom, in and out. Mm-hmm. You're going to do wonders at the restaurants. Okay?
Totally.
Yeah. Look at that. More inspired action. Mm-hmm. Do you have a roast for me today?
I do have a roast for you. I don't know if it will end in inspired action, but I hope that it does. And my roast for you is, I don't know if you remember, Kate, but I'll just like backtrack to after our holiday pop-up in December when you put a jar of marmalade in the freezer with a spoon inside of it, forgot about it, and then returned home after the holidays to find a frozen mason jar of marmalade with a frozen spoon in your freezer.
Bold of you to assume that I can forget that because I saw it this morning. I went into my freezer to get ice.
Oh, so it's still in there.
Well, yeah, what am I supposed to do with it?
Spoon and all?
Well, yes.
Okay.
So, if the court will hear me.
This is also a light roast, by the way, because I know that it was a busy time.
You know the
year.
context. So
yes.
If the court will hear me, I would like to say that I was really tired. And the thought of like cleaning this, like, it was orange marmalade, okay? And what was I supposed to do with it? Like, I couldn't eat enough marmalade toast. Like, I already made a kabillion cakes with it. Like, what is a girl to do with all of that leftover orange marmalade? Actually, a girl probably should have put it into a mason jar and just put a lid on it.
Yeah.
But instead, I was overwhelmed with the thought of trying to clean it. So instead, I just put it in my freezer. And I said, that can be a new year, new Kate problem. Unfortunately, in the new year, the new Kate said, that's not a new Kate problem.
That's a past Kate
That's a past Kate problem. And from there, you know, it just kind of falls into no man's land. And
now it's March. And maybe it will be dealt with during like spring cleaning time. I have high hopes for that.
Yeah.
So that's the homework that I'm going to give you today.
Okay. I'm just not a big
I'll
freezer
check back
user,
in.
so
I'll hold you accountable. Maybe in a few episodes, I'll check in about the marmalade.
okay.
I'm sure everyone would love to know.
Okay. So I guess there's some inspired homework to be done.
Yes.
I don't know if I feel inspired. I feel maybe threatened. There's some threatened action.
It's still productive nonetheless.
Okay. I will take it.
Okay.
Okay. It's barista banter time.
Let's go.
Okay, so I'm just going to kind of like bring up some topics and we're going to talk about them.
I love this.
Are you ready? You have no idea what I'm about to, the things that I'm
Okay.
going to bring up.
Shoot.
Why
Why do I feel like this is like a quick fire?
Because it could be quick fire.
Okay.
So I just want to start with talking about us going to the movies. And
Our sacred ritual, you
our
mean?
sacred ritual of going to the movies together and why I think that it's actually something more people should adopt. Mm-hmm. So from your perspective, tell me about when we go to the movies.
Okay, so let me set the scene. Usually when Kate and I go to the movies, it is on a weeknight. Mm-hmm. It's like right after work vibes. Mm-hmm. And
conveniently, we will pick a showing that is like, we actually need to leave at 6:02 after I have finished work,
right?
Or we will be late.
No, it's like clock out.
Immediately clock out into the car.
Get your glasses, get your bag.
Yeah.
And hit the road.
Yep.
The nearest movie theater to us is probably the one in the mall.
Yep.
Which we've been to a couple of times. Mm-hmm. Always like a really interesting experience to step into the mall to then go to the movie theater. Mm-hmm. There's something interesting about that. Sometimes you go to a different theater that is a little bit further away. You got to get on the highway. You got to make
say where it is.
It's in Laval, okay? I was trying to keep it anonymous.
Well, I think it's kind of like important.
I don't like disclosing that we hang out in Laval.
Well, we're not hanging out in Laval.
Okay. Anyways, for those who don't know Montreal geography and like Quebec in general, Laval is just like off the island of Montreal.
It's a suburb.
If you're from Laval, maybe you would say that it's on the island. I don't know.
It's the GMA.
The greater Montreal area. You really have to like be locked into maps and get the right exits to go. It is very easy to miss your exit and then be rerouted to like, I don't know, St. Henry or something.
Yeah. And I think we really learned that the hard way the first time that we went to go see Madam Web together, which is also like, Vic's not really a movie person. Like, you see movies because I force you to see movies.
Yeah. I feel like it's rarely my idea to go to the movies. I always get dragged there.
You wanted to see Wuthering Heights. You were very keen on seeing that.
Yes. I still end up enjoying the experience, but I feel like it's rarely my idea.
Yes, I would agree. So we went to go see Madam Web. That one was driven by me. Again, it was a 6:45 screening. We left my house at 6:05. We were running a little late. And get on the highway, and I don't even know how to explain the highway. It's just like 8 different ways to get onto the same highway. All of them are loop-de-loops, and let me tell you, poor Google Maps Siri iPhone girl does not know
iPhone girl
what's going on. She does not know the difference between all the different exits, and like, you know, me neither, girl. It's very confusing.
She's not a Montrealer.
No, not at all. And I'm okay with that. It's just like, also though, you would think like after me going to the Laval movie theater that many times, I'd know my way there. But every time I need to Google map it.
No, it's confusing as hell.
Anyways, so we're on a mission. We're on a time crunch. I really want to see Madam Web. Couldn't tell you why, but I really want to see it. We get lost. We get lost en route to Laval.
Somehow we end up like going to the airport almost.
Like it was,
I don't know.
It was
we
bad.
were so
it was bad.
Lost.
And
then we were like, is this the entrance to IKEA? Like what's going on?
Where are we? And it's also like, it's at the point where it's like the music has had to be turned off in the car because like we can't focus anymore. And actually no conversation is allowed. And, you know, it's a bit like when you're in the parents, you're in the car with your parents and they're like, shut up.
Yeah.
Don't turn the lights off. No more music. Mm-hmm. We're having silent time until we can get on the highway to Laval. So by the time we get on the highway to Laval, it's like pedal to the metal. We got to get there. We get there. Tell me why every single inhabitant of Laval is at the movie theater.
Always. Every time.
I swear they live there. At this point, we're running late. Like the show has started. Mm-hmm. But I thought we were going to make it. I was like, we're just going to miss the previews. It's fine.
I was hopeful too.
We get in, like, we're late enough that we can't even buy tickets to it. So at this point in time, we've commuted all the way to Laval. And obviously, we want to go see a movie. Like, we are there. So we're like, okay, you know what? Let's just, like, wait till the next screening. Unfortunately, who knows when Madam Web was playing next. But guess what? Mean Girls was playing in, like, 2 hours. Mm-hmm. So
The musical.
The movie, The Musical. Mm-hmm. So we did what any normal person would do. And we went to La Cage. Now, I had never been to a La Cage. Mm-hmm. You had.
Yes. And for those who don't know, I feel like we're pulling a lot of Montreal references here, but
it's kind of fun.
La Cage is a sports bar.
Mm-hmm.
It's a chain. You can find them pretty much anywhere in the province.
Yeah,
I would say.
But like in those like outdoor towns, mall kind of. Like it's usually like that sort of thing is what I gathered. Mm-hmm. Like you're not going to find one there is one downtown. But they seem like giant restaurants that
it's a
exist.
Plaza. It's a plaza
restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah, like an Applebee's.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Basically, Quebec Applebee's is where we went to dinner.
Picture like the biggest screens you've ever seen in your life. There's popcorn.
There's free popcorn, yes.
And just like sports plastered everywhere.
Yeah. And we were like, you know what? If we have to wait for our movie, we might as well go get some wings.
I think I had nachos. Whatever. It was really enjoyable. We had a great time at the La Cage. Also probably in like sweatpants and like both of us have our glasses on.
Yeah.
We were planning to be in the dark.
Yes.
And instead we were under fluorescent lighting with gigantic TV screens. Post La Cage, though, we went and saw Mean Girls. Mm-hmm. And then, do you remember what we did after we saw Mean Girls?
We hit the photo booth, of course.
And this is my favorite thing about...
This is the ritual.
And the reason why I love it is because I would like to frame all of these eventually in one frame. But there are photo booths at the Cineplexes, and they have the most ridiculous borders on them. And we will just go take a little photo in the photo booth.
And because we're pulling up to the movie theater, no makeup, glasses, sweatpants, like we look like we're 12 already, basically.
Yeah.
In these photos, the poses that we're hitting, we actually do look like we're 12.
Yeah. There's
a
something going on
to all of these photos. I think we have at least 3 or 4 strips that we have now.
Definitely.
And they all have the same vibe.
Yeah, the people who make filters on TikTok and Instagram and Snapchat that like de-age you, mm-hmm. they need to study these specific photo booths.
Yes.
Because something is going on, mm-hmm. and they de-age you like nothing else. But not really in a good way.
Derogatory.
Yeah. So that's, I think, my favorite part of our movie ritual. Mm-hmm. And I just encourage more people to go to the movies.
Go to the movies, especially when the weather's not nice. It's such a, I mean, again, it's never my idea. I always have to be reminded of it, but it is kind of a nice activity.
Right? And also this time of year, when it's Oscar season, the Oscar Best Pictures are normally in theaters. And I think that it's such a nice winter hobby when it's like, well, now it's a little late because it's March and the Oscars are on Sunday. Mm-hmm. But, you know, Jan, Feb, even December, you have this list and you can like go tick them off.
Yeah.
And I remember in my first year of university, me and 2 of my friends would go like every Tuesday because it was cheap Tuesdays. And we would like pick a movie that we would go see from the Best Picture nominations every week. And like, what a lovely little tradition.
Yeah.
And like something to look forward to every week for the winter.
Used to be Toonie Tuesdays and then inflation happened.
You weren't alive when it was Toonie Tuesdays.
Back in my day.
Speaking of not being alive when something happened, do you want to talk about the ice storm real quick?
Oh my God. There's the craziest ice storm happening right now in Quebec. And people are comparing it to the 1998 ice storm, which I guess was the last really bad one.
Well, yeah. And it's just so fresh on my mind because, one, I like skated over here to record the pod.
Yeah. Just picture like sheets of ice, and that's the roads right now.
Sheets of ice. All the trees are doing that thing where they get covered in ice and then the wind blows them and it's like they turn into weapons.
Yeah.
Oh, all the cars too. Last night when we were going in and out of our
lifts.
Ubers.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, our lifts. Correct. I like couldn't get my door open. And then you open your door and it like cracks and it all goes.
Yeah.
Or you can do that thing where you roll your window down and you like
punch it out.
Yeah. Anyways, things we weren't alive for, the 1998 ice storm. And at work yesterday when we were all talking about preparing for the ice storm, like some of my coworkers were like, yeah, like remember the ice storm of like 1998? Like it was so crazy, like blah, blah, blah. It was so crazy.
I remember it like it was yesterday, man.
Yep. I couldn't do anything back then. So
didn't even get out of the house. Anyways, so homework, go to the movies, guys.
Homework is go to the movies.
Have some fun and take some photo booth pictures.
Yeah. And definitely get a snack.
Oh, yeah.
Duh. So that was my first topic.
Loved it.
Yeah.
Next.
So should we like go to the movies though? Because I really want to.
Shocker.
We could cut the episode short.
Shocker.
And we could go see.
There's still time to go to Laval.
We could go catch a flick. Hit the photo booth. Okay. So this has really just turned into like, we've been talking about a lot of Canadian stuff. Cineplex, Laval, La Cage.
Are we going to talk about heated rivalry?
Not yet.
Okay.
But my next question for you is, do you think you have a Canadian accent? Bud?
Oh my God. I don't think I do, but then I say certain things and Charlie, my boyfriend who is American and Canadian, kind of calls me out. And he's
Does
like, yeah, a lot of things. When I say tomorrow, he's like, you say tomorrow so funny. You say like tomorrow. I don't hear it. I don't think I do, but again, how would I know?
I guess so, but sometimes I hear it in my own voice.
I hear it in you sometimes. Sometimes you say things and I'm like, that was so Canadian.
Really?
But it's also like when we hit the A's, we do that, you know?
We do hit the A's sometimes.
I also think it depends who we're around. Like when I am with Charlie, I don't hit the A's. When I'm with you, I hit the A's. Or like when I'm with my family. Like
yeah. And you guys like hockey family, I feel like you have, it's like two things come. It's not just the Canadian accent. You guys also talk like hockey players.
Yeah.
Which is such a like language of its own. It's such a like cadence sound of its own.
I won't like get into it, but I feel like I could pull off a hockey bro accent quite well.
Definitely. I would agree.
I've had years of listening to them, so
I would agree.
What about you? Do you think you have a Canadian accent? Does anyone ever call you out on it?
Well, yes. This is why it's fresh on my mind, is because I got called out on it the other day at work by my client who, like, we jumped on a call and I guess I was like, hey, how's it going? And I didn't mean to say it like that, but this person,
hey, how's it going there, bud?
Well, so
that's basically what I heard just there.
Yeah. This person is Irish, so they definitely heard it, but it was pretty ridiculous. And they like quipped back being like, hey, how's it going there? And I was like, oh, God.
Yeah, I guess we do sometimes, but I feel like whenever you and I kind of like say something pretty Canadian sounding, like we call each other out on it.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, there, bud.
And it just like comes out when you least expect it.
Yeah.
And I don't know where it comes from, but it finds its way out.
Yeah, it's in us.
It's in us. And I don't hate it.
No.
I don't hate it at all. Kind of love it. Yeah. Okay. So homework is
Practice your Canadian accent.
Practice your Canadian accent. And take a sip of your apple juice.
Of your non-Canadian apple juice.
Yeah. Okay, so my next order of business, or my next question, my next topic. So Vic is not a big movie person. Vic also doesn't really watch a lot of TV. You do read, but I don't really feel like talking about books. But I do want to talk about...
Snooze fest.
Boring. But I do want to talk about your new special interest, which is...
Oh my God.
Your hatch.
Oh my God. I thought you were going to go in a different direction.
Oh, we can take it in that direction afterwards. But I just feel like you could use gushing about your hatch right now.
Oh my God. Okay, so before I get into this is not sponsored in any way, shape, or form, but I wish it was. So Hatch, if you're hearing this, hit up my line.
Hatch me up.
Hatch me up. So
hatch me outside. How about that?
Exactly. Exactly.
Hatch, please contact me. I have a great idea for us.
Hatch me outside. And that's a threat. So for context, I had been inspired by our friend Della, who has had a hatch for a while, to purchase one. Over the course of probably a year, I was slowly influenced more and more each day. And one thing about me is I previously, pre-hatch days, it would take me like 20 alarms to get up in the morning.
You would also sleep through alarms.
I sleep like a rock.
And I think that's
Kate's
actually
snoring.
Okay. So that's rude and uncalled for. But I have a complaint to make, and I think it's that your sleeping through alarms is contagious because lately I've been sleeping through alarms. So if you can keep that to yourself, that would be awesome.
Well, I have a hatch now, so I don't do that.
Great. So you had to offload it onto me?
Yeah. But I previously would sometimes sleep through alarms, so I had to set like 25 alarms at the highest volume to get up in the morning. And that was like my daily routine. I know that's not good for my cortisol levels.
No.
Anyways, so finally got my hatch alarm, and it's beautiful, and when I wake up in the morning, it's a nice peaceful sound, and there's already sunlight in my room because the sun has risen in my room on my hatch 30 minutes prior. And when I wind down for bed, I have a cue to wind down, and it goes, "Girl, get ready for your evening. It's time to wind." I actually don't know how it goes exactly, but it's like, "It's time to wind down. Go stop what you're doing, finish that drink, like turn off the TV. Oh, and don't forget to wash your face." And then that's my cue. That's my cue to go to bed and get ready. And I love it. And that's my routine. And then when I get into bed, I have 30 minutes of soundscapes.
Okay.
I kind of alternate. Sometimes it's like nature sounds. Sometimes I'll do like a sound bath. I alternate.
Okay.
It's different every night. And I will listen to that as I read on my Kindle.
Okay.
So I'm kind of like, brain is still active, but I'm winding down. Okay. Also, this happens at 10 p.m.
It's a good time to go to bed.
9:50 is the cue to unwind. I have 10 minutes to like get my shit together. On a perfect night, I've already like showered by that time, but like it doesn't always happen.
It's like PJ
Anyways,
time.
I'm
whatever.
like doing my skincare, whatever, go to bed. And then after my 30 minutes of reading is done, I have my gratitude meditation of the day. And it's just like 5 minutes long. It's very simple. Usually it's kind of just like, think of a moment that you really love today, or like think of something that you're grateful for.
Okay.
And it's a really nice way to end the day. Sometimes there's like different prompts that they'll give you. I like how they always switch it up. And then we get into I'll scroll for you, which is maybe the main reason that I got my hatch, because Della was talking it up so much. And I'll scroll for you is basically a hatch podcast, you could call it, where the host will go through what she sees on her phone. So she'll choose a different platform to scroll through, whether it's Instagram or Reddit. I really like the Reddit threads.
I didn't know it was like Reddit. Okay, because
anything. It could also be like what she has in her cart on a specific website.
Oh,
or
interesting.
she also like will go through, I don't know, her emails or something.
Okay, because I kind of always assumed that
It's
it was
different
just
every
like
night.
TikTok or something. And it's
No.
like, yes, it is a step in the right direction that you're replacing your scrolling with somebody else's scrolling. And it's like audio only and not visual. But the Reddit is like, that's honestly like listening to like a sleep story to go to bed.
Yeah.
It's just someone like recounting stuff.
I love it so much.
And she reads you to sleep?
She basically like reads her feed to you as you drift off to sleep. Now, this is not the final step in my wind down, so I don't usually drift off to sleep during this step. Sometimes I do if I'm really tired. But yeah, like last night she was telling me what was in her cart that she was about to purchase.
What was she about to purchase?
Honestly, can't remember. I was falling asleep by that point.
Oh my God.
But
Hatch is doing its job.
I really like the Reddit threads because she'll give her opinion on things too. Like one time it was like about, I don't know, I really don't need to get into this much, but it was like somebody had their grandmother's ring and then the grandmother gave it to the other cousin and took the ring back because they were going to marry someone, and like it was this whole ethical dilemma of like who deserves the ring, and like, you know, your brain is still active and you're still getting the kind of like satisfaction that you get when you scroll and you come up on new things and whatever and go down these rabbit holes, but there's less like visual stimulation.
You know what I'd be worried about if it were me listening to that? When I'm in my little vulnerable, like half asleep, half awake state, you know that the next morning I would like see you for coffee and I would be like, I heard the craziest story about how I guess it was like a friend of mine, like their grandma, and like this
You'll
ring
be like,
and blah, blah, blah.
You'll be like, I can't remember
who told me. And then I'll like tell you this entire story, go home, and then come back a couple hours later and be like,
that was my hatch.
So that was my hatch, and I actually like kind of made that up, and like I don't know, I don't think that's real.
Yeah.
But carry on because I'm really intrigued.
Anyway, so that's I'll scroll for you.
Okay.
I always love it, and I like how she switches it up every night. And then right now I have another meditation after that. I think I need to tweak it because I think I'm too tired by that point and I'm kind of already like almost drifting off. But sometimes I'm awake enough to do another meditation and just kind of like a body wind down, like a body scan, if you will. I love those. But if not, I'll tweak it. I don't think I need it. Anyways, we finish off with nature sounds. Mm-hmm. And this is kind of like softer than the soundscapes.
It's not like a bird like in your ear.
No. It's just like, I like the water ones, like maybe a river. And that I think goes on for 10 minutes before I get into my actual sleep. And as I'm sleeping, brown noise plays.
Right.
Which I have been a brown noise girl for a while.
You have.
Even on my iPhone, like pre-hatch days. Mm-hmm. So that's nothing new there, but now it just comes out of my hatch, so it's so much better. I also should mention that my hatch's name is Chicken because you have to name your hatch.
Was that my idea?
Yeah, it was your idea. You have to name your hatch when you like sign it up. I mean, I guess I could have called it Vic's Hatch or whatever, but Chicken is so much more fun.
Yeah. So now that we've talked about your hatch, I was going to take this in a different direction, but I think I'm going to skip that because that's a more serious conversation. And instead, I'm going to explain where my thought process just came from, and then I'm going to have you talk about it.
Okay.
So you said hatch, and then you said chicken, and my immediate thought was coop. And you know what else I always call coop, even though it's co-op?
The printing co-op.
And I just think that you could tell some stories about that if you're interested. And actually, maybe I'm going to tell some of them because I always get them secondhand from you.
Yes.
And it's quite ridiculous.
Okay, so
let me go. Let me start us off.
But give context.
I will. So we print things. Sometimes that's menus. Sometimes it's papers for the cafe. So most of the time it's menus, but for all of our kind of like weekend long pop-ups or our 1 year, we print these newspapers, the Saturday paper that we make, and it's like a full paper production, you know, like it's the size of a newspaper. Well, it's not like as many pages, but shape wise, it's a newspaper. We do a lot of work of like formatting it so that all the pages go together properly, which is a lot of work. Like,
it takes a lot of
I understand why Rory Gilmore at the Yale Daily News was kind of freaking out.
Right.
When Paris goes crazy as the editor and locks herself in the room, that's what it feels like when we're editing the paper.
Yes.
But I wouldn't have it any other way.
No. It's part of the process.
Exactly. So you do this. We get the whole thing finalized. We get all of our articles together. We put it all in. We put all the photos in. And then Vic goes off to the printing coop. Now, I know that it's co-op. I know. But in my brain, it's coop. And
it's also because their email is coop.
Exactly.
You know? There's no...
And I think what allows for me to have this image in my mind is also that I've never been there and I don't know where it is. Like, I know that it's a walking distance.
You don't want to go.
It's a walking distance from our house because every time I offer you Matilda and you're like, no, I'm going to walk. And I'm like, walk where? Like, where are you going?
It's like on the other side of the highway. So there's no reason why you would walk there. But it's an unpleasant walk, but it's a walkable distance.
Exactly.
Maybe like a 20-minute walk.
Yeah.
Max.
So, I always imagine Vic walking to a gigantic chicken coop when you say that you're going to the coop. And she goes, and
that's like just about as ridiculous as it feels, by the way.
Well, yes. Also because I imagine that like when you're on your way back after acquiring all of these printed things, like I know they put them in a bag or like a box for you, but in my mind, you're just carrying like loose papers.
Sometimes I am.
And they're like blowing in the wind. Anyways. So Vic goes, and I think my favorite memory of you at the printing coop is when we were printing our first Saturday paper. So it really truly was our first rodeo. And Vic shows up, and it's always the same girl.
Yeah.
She's your girl. She loves you, but like she also hates you.
She also hates my
You're arguably like
guts.
the worst client that she
has.
has.
No, like she sees my face when I walk in. She goes, not actually, but probably.
So Vic tells me about how she goes in, and already she's like having a conundrum about like they have to print it right and the papers have to come out in the right order and be the right size, and oh, it's printing in the wrong color of ink, or oh wait, but that's not the newspaper paper. So her and this girl are going like through time and time again trying to get it to print properly.
So many tests, like. And
the best part of all of this, after laboring to get this done, also probably on a time crunch because
yeah, definitely,
it's always on you're always there when you don't want to be there. It always takes longer than you think. The best part of this is
it's always an hour before they close and whatever.
And there's always a problem with the formatting.
Always.
But the best part of this is that on the last page of the paper that Vic is trying to print, it says Employees of the Month. And there is a picture of me and there is a picture of her. And Vic has been standing there with this girl trying to print out a paper that has her own face on it as Employee of the Month, and then a blurb about how she looks like someone you wouldn't want to talk to, or like you look like a mean person in a turtleneck.
Yeah, I can't even remember what it said.
Just the concept of that to me. And then also in my mind, obviously this is taking place inside of a giant chicken coop, is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
And while I know it's a little traumatic every time you go, it makes for great stories.
I always leave with a story.
And I love when you come home. You never know what to expect.
So they have 2 locations, and my favorite time was when I accidentally placed my order to the other location. I show up to my regular printing coop, and I go, hey, I'm here to pick up my order of the paper. And they're like, you didn't place an order here, girl. And I'm like, come on, Lynn. Come on. You know I did. Lynn. I checked the email. I didn't place the order for that location. Anyways, long story short, they didn't have newspaper at the one that I was going to. So I had to literally deliver like a massive thing of newspaper from one location to the next. Like I literally turned into one of their employees for the day. And it felt so ridiculous. So I show up to the other one. I'm like, hey, Lynn sent me with the newspaper and I'm here for my order. Can you print it on this paper? I've had some fun times with them.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I only hope that they have constructed an image of who you are.
Yes.
you know?
I think they're wildly confused about the business that I run.
Well, because it's fake for the most part.
Because it's fake, and also like
you nominated yourself for employee.
What authority do I have to put myself as employee of the month? And also I think it's funny that a lot of the time, I mean, now I kind of know my dimensions, but a lot of the time in the past when I've placed orders for our menus, I would think that I can visualize the size of things. Then I would show up, it's printed, and I'm like, I pictured it kind of smaller. Can you try this in a smaller size? By the way, I studied photography. I used to print things like in the darkroom. Like I should know the dimensions of things.
I think it's just that,
and I'm like, what's an A4? What's an A5? What's
it's the coupe of it, the printing coupe of it all.
Yeah, no, all brain power gets lost when I go there.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I just love it, and I had to bring it up because we were talking about chicken, the hatch, and if we're talking about chicken and hatch, like I'm obviously going to bring up the coupe.
I have a question for you.
You have a question for me?
I have a question for you.
Okay, you can drive.
Can I take the wheel?
You can take the wheel.
Awesome. My question for you is, do you think that you're a good beginner at things?
If I'm good off the bat, I am.
It depends what it is.
Yeah. Yes and no. I think I'm getting better. Mm-hmm. I think I also like generally am pretty good at like learning how to do things. But I think that is different than being a good beginner. Mm-hmm. Like being able to quickly pick things up is not the same as being able to be patient with being a beginner.
Yes, totally. And that's why I'm asking, by the way, because I feel like I'm not, and it has been coming out in a lot of different areas of my life.
Yeah.
As you know, I don't know,
yeah.
I've talked about this on the pod, but I've recently taken up pottery, and I'm feeling quite frustrated by the process because I'm shit at it.
I like that you asked me a question.
And I'm like, let me talk about myself. You know what? Actually, no, I just wanted to give context as to why I was asking you.
Oh, well, yes. And I mean, also we deal with it with the podcast. I think that is probably where I feel like I'm struggling the most because like I consider myself to be fairly techie. I can like do things on computers, contrary to your belief.
My belief?
Yeah, you saw me trying to do things earlier on the computer and like, do you own a Mac?
Oh, yeah. Kate didn't know how to make a new folder in the Finder.
We just use our computers
MacBook
very differently.
Yeah. You use yours wrong.
I don't want to get into it. I'm not getting into it. I'm saving the people, and I'm not getting into it.
Okay.
I'll rip into you later.
Let them.
So, but the podcast. Oh my God, the podcast. Where the hell was I going with this? Like, it's hard. And you're right. You do have a degree in photography and stuff, but like, this is new. And
this is uncharted territory.
Like, I get annoyed.
I find it very discouraging to not pick up on things quick. Mm-hmm. And I'm trying to let go of that impatience that I have with myself.
Yeah, because there's a time and a place, like, not everything can just be picked up and you can be good at it.
Totally. Like why would I be able to pick up pottery super fast or cross-country skiing when I've never done these things before? And, like,
yeah,
I haven't even done things that are similar to it, you know?
Well, anyways. Yeah. So even though we do things that are similar to podcasting, like, you know, we made missed calls or... I mean, what you do for work, like, it's in the same realm, but I don't know. There's a lot of learning to be done, and I don't know. I guess I think I'm an okay beginner, but I also think that I am learning to really, like, be a goldfish. Mm-hmm. I know we say that from Ted Lasso, but, like, that's something I just want to always be able to do. Like, you know what? I'm feeling my emotion, and then I'm going to try and start over.
Yeah.
And, like, move on.
Yeah.
I'm not sweeping it under the rug. Like, I'm not, like, tamping it down.
Yeah.
But I am being a goldfish.
Yeah, totally.
So, yeah. But you obviously don't think you're a good beginner.
I don't think I'm a good beginner, but I'm working on being a better beginner. Do you think it's like the idea of only finding enjoyment out of it if you're good at it? Because for me, that's what it feels like. It feels like, how can I enjoy this if I know that I'm not good? Or there's this frustration here. Like, that's what it feels like to me.
Yeah.
And I'm learning.
Well, I'm good at everything, so like I don't really experience that.
Sorry,
but
I'm asking the wrong person. But I feel like for me, it feels like this challenge that I have to get over of like being okay with not being good at it.
Yeah.
And like still finding enjoyment out of the process and not like this end goal of like, check, I was good at that. Or like, check, I have a finished product to look at and be like, look, I did this hobby. So I'm getting real deep with you here.
It's a good observation.
I don't know. I think this is just topical for me because I'm going through the process of learning pottery. But I am also realizing how it can be applied to so many different areas in life.
Yeah.
And like maybe my homework for myself would be to go be bad at shit and like feel okay with it and like feel okay with that discomfort.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Or like allow myself to be bad at it.
Yeah.
And not make it mean something about myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's some inspired, actionable homework right there.
I know. I've already given myself my order of the week. Go be bad at something.
Okay, so if that's your order of the week, is it my turn for my order of the week? I want to go to the movies. And specifically, I want to go to the movies and I want to see Peaky Blinders, The Immortal Man. Now, the issue at hand is that it's not playing everywhere. It's only playing at the Forum.
Oh.
And
we got to switch up our movie theater.
I know. And if you're interested, there's a screening at 10:20 tonight.
Oh, so like my hatch is going to wake me up at 6 a.m. tomorrow and I have my 9:50 wind down queue.
Okay.
So like that actually won't work within my hatch schedule.
Okay.
But if that's the journey that you're choosing for yourself tonight, I fully support it.
We'll see, because it's only in theaters for a limited time and then it comes out on Netflix.
Maybe you could just wait until you watch it on Netflix.
But my order of the week is that I want to go see it in theaters because the last thing I'll say, how special is it that it was a TV show and now it's a movie, and like I never saw the TV show in theaters, but this is my only opportunity to witness those characters. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity, but like it is.
You are so somebody who works in film right now. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity. You have to take it.
It's meant to be seen on the big screen.
You gotta see it.
Keep movie theaters alive.
This was a lovely chat.
Lovely chat.
To many more barista banters in the future.
To many more, probably like once a month.
Okay. Put in the cow.
Put it in. Okay, we'll include you next time. We get it. She is such a little diva.
A diva? Who raised that woman?
Only another diva. Okay, we're wrapping it up.
Okay, guys.
See you next week.
Love you.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.